Ian, I had a request to ask you: is deGrom as advertised?
Ooh, listen,
Hey, you guys got him out of the game though in 3 innings. Nice
we
job.
did. Yeah, we got him. DeGoat is. That's the first time I'd faced him. They never let me face him before. It's the first time I faced him, and it, he's sitting 100. The thing he's sitting 100, and I felt like I saw the heater okay. And let me say that the first called strike was a fucking ball, and I knew it was a fucking ball.
Yep.
I looked back at the umpire, and I wanted to look him straight in the face and say, "This guy's got a fucking .5. He's punching tickets left and right. He's throwing 100. You can't help him, okay? You can't help him. It's fucking ridiculous."
I'm not even joking. If you say that all those are true points, what can the umpire say?
Seriously, what's he gonna say? Like, whoa.
Like you cannot help him. It's
You can't.
plate to plate, corner to corner, nothing more.
Nothing more.
We had one the other night. Adam Morgan was pitching, and like he went up to the ump after the inning. He goes, "Hey, where was that first pitch at?" He goes, "Yeah, I missed that. That was a strike." And I'm just like, I like when umps are honest, but at the same time, I'm like, well, don't miss it then. Like, what do you mean you missed it?
I'd rather them be honest.
Yeah,
But I'm saying, like, why do you miss it then? Like, why'd you jump to the call then? Like, think
They're
about
human.
it.
Human, brother. They're human.
But don't jump to it. Like, think about it then. Like, take your time and call ball or strike. If that'll get me a strike call.
But then if you hesitate, the other dugout freaks out.
See, so do it every time. Just always be the guy that like takes a step back and then calls it.
Yeah.
Observe it over the catcher. Like, yeah, look pretty good to me.
I think if I was the ump, that's what I would do. Strike.
All right, Ian. Sorry. Carry on.
Yeah. So he's throwing 100. And honestly, I felt like I saw the first two heaters pretty well because he threw me a ball off the plate called a strike. So I was like, this is ridiculous. And then he threw me a heater and he kind of like threw it out over and I fouled it off. But it was like down the left field line, just into the stands. So I was like, all right, I think I saw that pretty well.
That is the worst walk back to the fucking batter's box.
0-2? Okay, I'm out.
Yeah, so it's 0-2, and I'm like, he's gonna, you have to respect 100, but he's probably, and they had only the day before Walker had only thrown me a heater, so I was like, all right. Then so he snaps off a 92-mile-an-hour slider. I see it well, just like spit take it, like it's like yeah, I'm nasty. Then he throws me another one, and I think I check swung but held it, and then he threw me another one I fouled off, and so I think it's 2-2. And I was like, he's throwing me 4 straight sliders. Like he has to throw a heater. Throws 100. Ripped another 90-mile-an-hour. This one was like more curveball-ish, but they actually did on Pitching Ninja. I was the victim of a.
Was it the tunnel?
Yeah.
I was gonna say that was so fucked. It came out of the perfect spot for that low and in fastball, as you saw 3-4 pitches before.
Yeah. So he had already thrown me that heater, and then he ripped the 90-mile-an-hour slider off at the same, and it's like that was like a curveball. I went like really dove, but yeah. And then he got me to check swing like an idiot, and I was pissed because like when you're facing him, if you check swing like that, it shouldn't be a strike. It should be like I tried not to swing. He's throwing 102. I tried not to swing. Like it's a ball.
So obviously you want the dugout vibes to be positive, especially when you're facing somebody like that. But we're all human. We all see what's going on. Do you get in the dugout? Do you just like, we have no chance?
I don't think it's it. We have no chance. Like he did punch out. He faced 9 guys, punched out 8. If that's good. But it was more like if we're gonna win this game, it's gonna be 2-0 or 2-1, like 1-0. Like we're not gonna. When you're facing him, you're probably not gonna score a bunch of runs. So you're trying to get him out early because he had thrown like 45 pitches in 3 innings or maybe more than 50. So we were kind of at least if he stays in that game, we get a chance to get his pitch count up. But there was a point when we were walking out, I think for the 3rd or the 4th, where I was like, I saw 6 or 7 pitches there, boys. Like, that's pretty good. That's not too shabby.
I was watching on the Mets broadcast, shout out home team. and they kept showing like he was wincing or like grimacing and something, and they kept saying, something's not right, and they were all kind of on the top step, the coaching staff for the Mets, and the whole inning he was still sitting 98 to 99, like the whole inning.
Yeah, Jay and I were sitting next to each other during the third, and we were talking to each other. We're like, he's coming out. Like he's not, because he was taking his time between pitches. He was feeling for it, but then he's still throwing 99 with the banger punching tickets. So it's like,
Dakota, I'm no trainer, but if you're out there and you're taking your sweet old time between pitches and you go like this a few times and you look out and no one's coming to get you, you're a little pissed. Not coming out to get you, but like, hey, asking, hey, are you okay?
It's such a gray area because, like, for me personally, like, unless I can't throw the baseball, like, I don't want you to take me out of the game.
For sure.
But at the same time, like, that's where you kind of need your, like, staff to see, like, okay, clearly something's wrong. Like, deGrom doesn't want to come out, but for the benefit or, like, the future of his career, possibly rest of the season, like, we need to get him out of there and make sure everything's okay.
Right. And it sucks because you can't, like, it's not like his velo dropped to 95. He was still literally sitting 99. So it's like, okay, he's fine. He might just be tired. But at the same time, you're like, at least take a mound visit and say, hey, brother, you all right? Like,
yeah, and he had come out of his last start and we knew that going in.
Right.
But obviously they were well aware that something could be an issue.
Did anything come out? I haven't seen.
He was fine. He got imaging done again and it's clean. He might have to take a start or two, but
he's scared of the Cubbies?
Not after punching 8 or 9.
What do you mean? You guys made him work.
We might have been in danger of the Kerry Wood game if
that's what I was. That's
8 or 9.